Welcome back to Beyond the Barrel Bourbon, guys. I am Eric. That is Phil. Here to present you another episode that Phil here is super excited about.
Yeah, Penelope Project X.
Yeah,
I'm always excited about a new bottle.
My favorite thing.
A new opportunity.
Ever. Penelope and wine. Is super excited about it.
Always thrilled to have new experiences, you know?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Me too.
You might learn something that you didn't know
Would you like me to relay my...
This is a good
Yeah,
plastic there. This particular one, I've seen some going around that are just...
Is it Project X or is it Project 10?
I call it Project X. I'm pretty sure it's Project X. Because it's experimental. Project X. Experimental.
Kind of like Old Forester's 117.
Most of the ones I've seen going around are just single finished. Probably Oloroso sherry.
Mm-hmm.
This one is double finished in Oloroso sherry in cognac. So this is, let's see, finished cask origin. Jerez, Spain? I don't know if I'm saying that right. In, well, obviously, Cognac, France. Let's see. Project X is about pushing boundaries, taking risk, and putting innovation above all else. So this is Penelope experimenting, essentially.
And
well,
I'm guessing
who knows?
this is...
You don't like normal Penelope. Maybe you like it if they experiment.
I like Rio, and that was an experiment. So I think this is Penelope since they've been acquired, right? Kind of like the estate collection.
Well, yeah, this is...
So I'm assuming it's probably going to be a little bit better than like old Penelope, you know?
The label, I don't know what they use on this label, but it's kind of rubbery.
The label's cool. I don't like the black bottle.
I like the way the black bottle looks, but I don't like a black bottle for...
I think we should open it and let it breathe.
Whiskey?
We should pour.
Because you just want to smell it before...
Yeah, I'm so excited about smelling it, man.
You do. You want to cheat sniff.
What's the proof?
108 proof. That's a pretty solid proof.
That's a solid proof point. I feel like that's a sweet spot for proof for like a lot of people. Like that 105 to 110 range. I feel like that's such a great proof point. It's not overly hot. It's not too watered down. I feel like we've talked about this before. I feel like EC18 even at 100 proof would be crazy better.
Ooh, it's dripping. I need all that. Yeah, I don't like the black bottle in whiskey in general.
Look, is that little enough for you?
It's more than me, but yeah, sure.
I didn't.
Because the Sherry New Riff has its issues. Why the New Riff has it? You can't tell.
Well, the New Riff, at the bottom, it's clear, so you can actually see when there's stuff left. I think the top half's black on the New Riff, isn't it? Or do I have that backwards?
I think you might have it backwards there. But it's hard to tell when your bottle, what level your bottle's at.
Yeah, just
in a black bottle.
Just a good shake.
Let's see here. It's almost kind of got a little...
It's more amber.
Red tinge to it. Yeah, I would say more amber.
What's up, Todd? Todd Worth, Whiskey Wizard. Why does my computer keep doing that?
I don't know. I don't know what you're doing.
That's that new Windows, man. I'm not a big fan of it.
not going to smell it?
Well, I didn't want to get accused of cheat sniffing. Because I don't do that. I mean, I do it on, like, surprise bottles.
No, you don't. You do it every time. The only reason you didn't do it this time is because it's Penelope, and you can say, I didn't cheat sniff Penelope.
Smells like soap. And feet.
Yeah, well.
I'm not getting much out of it. A little bit of fruit.
Getting like a cinnamon nutmegginess kind of to it.
Medicinal cherry.
Kind of,
that note that I always tell you I get, I'm getting. And I've coined it as medicinal cherry.
Well, you're also always looking for it when you're drinking Penelope.
So?
There's a kind of earthy quality to this that's
I can definitely
kind of got a little nuttiness to it.
I can smell the cognac influence on it. It definitely it's got that. I don't know the description of the cognac nose, but like I know when I'm smelling cognac, I know that's what I'm smelling. You know what I mean? Kind of like Armagnac. Like they've got a very
Almost, I
distinct
get like
smell.
Kind of a raisiny note on a lot of older cognacs. Man, this is. I'm not getting. I mean, I'm trying to smell it like. This isn't what I would say fruity.
That's all I'm getting on the front end of this is just it's almost figgy.
Yes, there is some like darker, more bitter fruits, but it's not like when I smell like a Buffalo Trace where like you're like, man, this is super fruity.
Well, so when I get Trace, it's super sweet. Like I'm not smelling any sweetness with this.
No, this is more of a bitter fruit note. There is kind of a.
So I'm getting the bitterness, but there's definitely cherry on there.
Is that nuttiness though? No.
I don't get nuttiness.
There's something there, but there is like kind of a Sharpie note.
I don't get that, and I like that note. Like
I'm getting kind of a Sharpie.
The Sharpie note is what I get on
really
rum.
Sharp, intense, almost chemical like.
Well, that's what I.
Yeah, I don't get that on it. This is not a typical note that I get on Penelope.
Oh, it's trademark Penelope for me.
I think that's corn. I think I'm smelling a lot of corn, which is
the more I twirl
trademark Penelope for me.
The more I twirl it, the better it smells.
Getting a whole lot of corn. Some say elote.
Nobody says that but you and Adam.
Some say elote. Yeah, a lot of corn.
I'm guessing Adam didn't watch our live for Misky Monday yesterday with all of that 7-3 love we threw out.
Adam doesn't watch us.
Adam doesn't like us. That's his thing, man.
Yeah, I would say if there is fruit, it's more of a bitter dark.
Well, I don't really get bitterness from figs. Figs is more of like a dull fruit. It's like a dull fruit. Bitter to me is cherries. Like a dark cherry is bitter. Raisins have like a bitterness to them.
It's what I would describe a fig as more a bitter fruit.
I've always considered fig more of like it sounds weird to say it, but like I call it like a dull fruit, like kind of like a peach, like a peach. Like a peach isn't overly sweet, but it's not overly.
I get what you're saying. I'm just trying to use words that are typically described.
Oh, excuse me.
Used to describe fruits, because
Excuse me, my bad.
Well, if I'm gonna say dull,
coming from the guy that tasting notes.
Can I explain
elote.
myself?
No.
Coming from the guy that's going to explain himself right now, if you say dull and that's not a typical note that refers to fruit, then I want to use words that typically refer to fruit so people have a base of where I'm coming from. So when you got green apples and red apples, some people say green apples are more bitter, red apples are sweeter. There's a base. I use words. I want to use words that describe people. People say that you're an asshole, and I try to tell
what people say.
I try
that.
to, and I,
oh my God.
And I try to tell them that you're not.
You are such a liar.
I go around saying like he means well.
You are so
means
full of
well.
shit right now.
I know, like he can come across wrong sometimes, but he means well.
You're using what I tell my wife when I have a stern attitude.
Spit in my face.
What did I do? I didn't say anything.
You just spit in my face.
I didn't say. What did I say?
Anyway, I want to use.
Yeah, use your words. He said.
I want to use words that are typically I want people to have a basis.
That's why I say when I taste, and y'all give me, y'all think it's crazy because that's like I'm able to pick trace out of every lineup because it's sweet apples to me. Except Bowman, which is green apples to me. So it's
and you thought the Melic was Buffalo Trace
until I tasted it. It smelled like Trace.
You thought it was Buffalo Trace for a while, and then we started getting to the end. You're like, oh, I'm not so sure.
The sweetness went away.
I'll be honest. This smells like a Penelope shelfer.
Oof.
It does. But
did you lose your socks? No, they're on. They're Puma low cuts.
If Eric was nicer to me, I would be on his side and say that he does indeed have socks on, but he doesn't have socks on. It's a thing he stopped doing relatively recently.
Nah, it's been about a year and a half.
No, you stopped and then you got pooped on and you started wearing socks again.
But then when we figured out who that was that pooped on us?
No, not.
Listen. You're going back to our comments.
Get a little vanilla.
And
here.
I know you like the comments when they come after me, and I'm sure
not as much as you like when they come after me.
All I do with those is screenshot them. I don't throw them in your face. Everybody. I know I don't. Never did. Never once. Not one time. Not one time have I ever screenshot it.
You're a terrible liar.
I've never sent it.
You can't see when you laughed.
I'm laughing at you, man.
You're getting higher pitched.
No, I'm not.
Getting higher pitched.
No, I'm not. Listen to you. You're talking about high pitch.
That's me doing you.
Whoa.
Man, you're 1/6 son of a gun. You know that?
Yes, I know that.
Yeah, a lot of vanilla coming through here. So, but it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell particularly special, or like unique or anything like that. I forgot.
Todd, why couldn't you come do this with us?
I forgot what the MSRP was on this.
There's like $90, I think.
I think it was around $80-$85,
something like that. I guess we've been on air for 14 minutes and haven't sipped yet. So.
No, I'm just trying to save you since I know you don't want to actually sip it. I will say it tastes significantly better than it smells.
I agree.
Its palate's better than the nose.
It's hot.
I did get some oakiness up front.
All I got was heat.
You just said it. It tasted better than it smells, and you said the only thing you got is heat.
That's how bad it smelled.
Then why didn't you say that? You didn't say this smells like absolute dog.
Because it doesn't. It doesn't smell like fun. It doesn't taste good either.
It doesn't smell particularly special. I don't
think it really tastes special. Like there's nothing here.
There is.
Thankfully, I'm not getting that crazy.
Nothing there.
I'm not getting wine breath. That's the biggest thing I was nervous about.
But you're not getting anything.
Not much of anything, dude.
Man, I'm getting a whole lot of like oakiness.
There's like no complexity to this at all.
It's more of a lighter oak note than a. I have no idea what the if this is like the regular Penelope 4-grain aged in a finished in a couple different barrels. But this is kind of closer to a high rye light oak note.
There's the medicinal cherry I'm getting. It's where it always is on this particular product, right on the mid palate.
Okay, there's some fruit mid palate here. I'm not getting cherry.
Well, I'm not getting cherry. I'm getting medicinal. I'm getting like cough syrup.
Cherry flavored cough syrup.
Yeah, like not actual like cherries are fine. I eat like Rouse's. Great job with those cherries, by the way. I love the Rouse's cherries.
And
when I say medicinal, it's like my cousin keeps telling me I need to come up with a better term for when I describe something as ethanol. And so my new Klingon to that is medicinal cherry.
I mean, I've gotten medicinal cherry before.
The finish on this is not good.
Um,
Like the long finish, I mean. Like it lingers, it hangs around, but it goes really tannic.
I think the hug hangs around a little bit. I don't find it to be particularly tannic.
Well, maybe I'm saying the wrong thing. It's bitter. I've got a bitterness on the back end.
Yeah, I'm not getting bitterness. I mean, it's closer to like a kind of like a drying note to me.
Todd, you're always invited, dude. Always. That seat that he's sitting in is always welcome to you.
I like that. Do a little more. I like that up front palate now. It's getting a little sweeter, a little more vanilla there. The finish isn't particularly strong. I do think the hug stays around a little bit. There's a little maybe fruit flavor, a little bit of light woodiness, but it's not strong, so it's not a particularly strong flavor finish.
I don't imagine this is getting into the 90s for you.
No. It's also not in the 80s for me.
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one. I don't hate. I'm gonna say this. I will say this. I'm not a Penelope fan. You guys know this. Everybody that watches our show regularly knows I'm not a Penelope fan outside of the Rio and the 10-year estate collection. Takagi's fine. This is not the worst Penelope I've ever had.
Well,
I mean, it's just not. I mean, it's not awful.
It's also not the worst Penelope I've ever had.
I don't think it's to me. I don't think it's $80 good at all.
I had a toasted barrel strength bourbon that by the time I got to the end of it, it was not just toasted, but it was toasted barrel strength, and it was just like no flavor, straight alcohol.
Todd's putting our tips in for us. So
I'm probably pretty close there.
It's actually not that far off. Do you remember our first experience with Penelope at all? Was when John brought it to your dad's house, brought us the toasted one. I thought it was.
That's
I thought that might have been
good whiskey to this day.
I thought that might have been the best Penelope I'd ever had.
That was just the normal toasted.
Just a regular toasted, the black label toasted.
And I still think it's a pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought the Penelope Rosé is a very good summer pour. It's light.
It's so light. I will say this.
I think it's a very. I think that rosé is a good pour for people new into whiskey.
I will say this. I give y'all a lot of shit about Penelope, but I am looking forward to trying the 17-year American Light Whiskey. Only because Adam says that, like, if we like that Found North note, that crazy oak note that we like, that's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I've had minimal experience with light whiskey. Only one bad experience with light whiskey.
Which one?
I'm just not a big fan of just the J. Mattingly light whiskey.
Dude, you know what I've been enjoying, and it's off topic, but just like talking about different things, like that Frank August, that Frank August single barrel is so good.
One dropped today.
Did it?
Frank August dropped today, yeah. On one of the sites, Seal Box Bourbon Outfitter.
Where? I mean, do we just want to copy and paste what Todd's rankings for us are?
Nah.
Oh, while we're sipping here, don't forget to check out our Discord. They can't see you. They can hear you. They can't see you. Scan the code. Found North Batch 9 and Batch 11 remind me of light whiskey. And listen, if that's what the note that I'm chasing is, there's a Crown Royal store pick locally here that has that note in it, that oaky note. I absolutely love it. Like, I would buy it all day. I think I bought 2 or 3 of those Crowns.
Man.
For gifts.
There's almost like a citrus-like note now.
You get that on Penelope a lot, though, don't you?
I don't know. I don't remember. I don't remember
There was one we had recently, and one
what we had
didn't we have one recently in the briefcase that tasted like orange peels?
we had the Valencia, which is orange.
We thought it was
wine.
Valencia. It wasn't Valencia.
Then I don't know.
That was on Kelly's.
Oh, it might have been.
It was a Kelly's blind.
I don't know.
We were all convinced it was Valencia. It might have been. It might have been Todd's.
So I'm getting a good bit of it. I think the upfront flavor on this is pretty strong.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of vanilla, a little bit of light wood. Now I'm getting like a citrus zest now, more so than orange, but it's a stronger.
Like Pledge.
No, that's lemon.
So lemon's not citrus now?
This is more of an orange zest.
I'm just saying, you said citrus, and like you're gonna play like lemon's not citrus.
Yes, I don't consider Pine Sol and Pledge lemon zest.
Pine Sol is not citrus. Pine Sol is pine.
Okay, I don't consider lemon Pledge a citrus zest. I consider that a cleaning chemical agent.
Oh, so
if that helps.
So McKenna 10.
No, I'll get Band-Aid on that.
I do too. That dude said Band-Aid. Oh man. Tip it. The wine influence is not strong on this. Like I don't get wine breath on this at all.
I kind of get a little wine as the finish kicks in. I wouldn't. This is not one where I feel like you can drink and be like, oh, that's definitely a wine finish.
Right. It's not like Silver Oak, man, where it's like straight wine.
I'm hovering somewhere between 72 and 73 on this one.
Just to be that, just to press right up against Todd's tip ranking, but not cross it.
Well, I mean, Todd can tell when I'm describing something whether or not I already said I'm not going in the 80s on it.
Right.
I think since it is double finish, it has a potential to evolve as it sits open.
Man, if this was a rye, it might have taken the flavor better.
Right now, I'm going 72 on it.
Okay. Cool.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, what?
Tip it.
I did.
What?
Huh?
What's your tip?
51.
51, so not that close to Todd.
I mean, still in the same threshold.
Same threshold. 51. Okay. I mean, that's...
I'm as close. Yeah, I mean, we're about the same distance apart from his guess.
I'm 2 off of his.
Yeah, 2-ish off.
You're more than twice as far away. I do...
Barrel Seagrass Toasted 77. Dude, Barrel's crushing stuff, man. Like, they're doing such great stuff.
I will say that sometimes, like, the first time I had the sherry cask New Riff, it was good, but it's gotten significantly better.
I thought it was great the first time I had it.
I think it's much better now. So I do have hope. I think this can climb to, like, 79, 80, probably not.
Right.
But like can it climb 3, 4, 5 points maybe? At $80, $85. There's some bottles, so there's like this sweet spot in when I'm doing these tips where the tips almost align with what price I would buy them at.
Okay.
And you're pretty close to that with this one. I think it's maybe priced about 15. Assuming it's $85 or 80, about $15 too much. So as it currently sits, would I buy this one again for $80, $85? Probably not. But you don't know. Might open up, or it might be interesting to see how it would do in a blind, just to see, how it would stack up, what flavors would stand out.
I do find that in blinds, you find more like flavors pop out more on different pours because you're like trying to compare 4 of them. So like you're experiencing like different flavor profiles from each pour.
Right. So if you had this with 3 other non-wine finishes, this might taste a lot more wine finished than it would just how we're having it now by itself, just sitting here. I mean, cool for what it is. I'm glad that I like when
I do like experimental stuff.
Distilleries experimenting and
because that's like the taster, the Tennessee Tasters, and the 117s at Old Forester.
And the thing about it is like you'll never duplicate what's going on in these experimental ones, really.
Right.
Like this, they'll probably never duplicate it. I think proof-wise, like it's pretty perfect.
I like the proof. I do like the proof. It drank hot initially, but like it did help the flavor pack a punch.
I am surprised that there wasn't a little more fruit influence, and that the most fruit influence I got was
on the
citrus
on the nose too. Like I got more fruit on the nose than I did on the.
I mean, there was a little bit towards the finish, but not very prominent. I think in the blind it might stand out more, but yeah.
Well,
in conclusion,
Project X
85 would be interesting to see if it is better as just the sherry finish. As opposed to cognac and sherry, or just a cognac finish as opposed to cognac and sherry. But this particular double finish, nothing special.
Right.
Nothing special. It's not one where, especially since, I mean, I don't know how available they're going to be right now. They're very hard to find. It's not one that, like, I feel like you need to beat yourself over to hunt and find.
Exactly.
It's just not, it's just not that great. Good.
Well,
pretty good. Pretty good.
That'll do it for us. We will see you again possibly Friday. Possibly tomorrow. Who knows? Ain't no telling. No telling. Some days we just feel like hitting the record button.
We're gonna be doing a frozen pizza review.
We are.
We're gonna have 4 different frozen pizzas.
Totino's is the best.
Oh, that's simply
Totino's is the best. Dude, Totino's is the best.
You need to get out of
Totino's is the best, man.
The 90s.
Totino's is the best.
No.
Yes.
Totino's is the best to you because you grew up eating that. I have no doubt in my mind.
Totino's makes pizza rolls, man. Like,
I don't care.
Totino's is the best, dude.
No.
I mean, DiGiorno's not good.
Big fan of Wild Mike's pepperoni pizza.
I haven't had that one.
I like Screamin' Sicilian Supreme Pizza.
Totino's, bro. Phil's famous frozen pizza review.
California Pizza Kitchen has a pretty good thin crust pizza. Yeah.
All right.
I would also rank Fraschetto, Red Baron ahead of Totino's, no doubt in my mind.
Cool. We will see y'all later in the week.
Totino's.
Y'all enjoy.
Totino's.
Don't forget to check out the Discord link. Come have a drink with us. We'll chat, have some fun.
Behind Tony's.
Better throw because I'm hitting the next scene.
Totino's is close to like Great Value, I would say.
Stupid. So stupid.
Great Value.